I
Okay,
heard that.
everybody, you're being recorded, so clean up your language.
All right, I'll
whatever
bring
it
up
is.
the website screen. That's okay. You should all be able to see that now. And this is the website without logging in. I thought I would start there. So if you go to sbccphoto.org, this is what's going to come up. And you have not.
Mike, could you possibly shrink your display so we can see the whole page or more of the page?
Maximize its window.
I'm not sure how I do that. Got any ideas?
On maybe your
Top
screen,
right.
are you in full view? Full screen view on your
Yeah.
screen, Mike? In the upper right-hand corner for Zoom.
All right, I'm up in the right-hand corner for, well, let's see, I'm on now the website is occupying. Let me stop this a second. I'll stop
Mike?
share if I go. Yeah,
When you
Tell me
get
how to
there,
do
go
it.
to the upper right, it looks like two squares overlapping.
that's when I'm on the website.
Yeah. pull up the
Yes, I got
website.
that. All right, two squares overlapping, yes.
Upper right next to the X that you use to close.
I just clicked on the two squares and it just changed the screen now.
Up in the upper gray area above that, maybe.
Not there, up, keep going up, you know, the X,
There.
that one.
Okay,
Now you can drag the sides in and out a little bit, see if that works. So, go.
okay. Isn't that what I had before?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now, I think it's good. You got member login. Isn't that the extreme right button?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I can't
I've lost a
show,
letter.
you lost, yeah, the very end is log in there, but
Yeah,
can everybody see this okay then at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
you'll have to scroll down on the gray bar as you move your way
Yeah.
down the website.
Just like you normally do, yes. All right, so we're on the home page without logging in. So coming over here next to our logo, simply clicking on home is going to bring you back to this page, which I'll do, and it'll change the photos. So if you're tired of seeing the photos before you log in, you can refresh them that way. Clicking on About Us, you'll see a drop-down window where you'll have the president's message, which our current message from Harry is dated August 3rd. If you haven't had a chance to read that, I'd suggest that take a moment and read that at your leisure. Hovering over About Us again, calendar of events. This is maintained primarily by Robin, and it looks like it's pretty good shape at the moment. So basically, Robin and I do most of the work on the website. Chuck is someone that I use as a sounding board for ideas that I have or ideas that other folks have, and but he doesn't actually get in and manipulate anything in the website. Membership, if you haven't logged in and you click on that, you are going to get the page that a brand new member would be shown. So somebody who's interested in joining the club will see this page and will have to fill in all this information, create a username and a password. Right now, you're going to see my name down here in the username because my computer cache keeps that information for me in my computer. But somebody that visits the site for the first time, those cells will be empty and they will have to fill them with the username and password of their choice. I'm going to go over all these buttons again, but we'll be logged in and you'll see the difference there. Coming to galleries, the window drops down and we just are in a trial period here where we have allowed the public now to view the members gallery. Prior to changing this, it was decided that only members should view this, but there's been several suggestions that maybe that's a little bit too restrictive. So right now it's a trial period. At the next board meeting, it'll be decided whether it's going to continue or whether we're going to go back to members only. So you click on members gallery, and the members gallery should load. Hopefully it's going to load. Please don't do this to me.
Mike, I have a question. It's Livia. Can you hear me?
I can. Oh, there we go. So
my-
keep your, yes, go ahead, Livia.
The membership, if you put it to the public, can they get our information to use for, like, you know, where we don't want to be used?
I don't understand your question. Say that again.
You say that our members will be open to a membership page.
No,
will
no,
be-
no. Our members would be logged in, Livia. So a non-member who selects membership is given an application if they wish to join.
But they will not see the member names and information, private information?
No, they will not.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, sure. All right, so I hovered over galleries. I clicked on members gallery and it took a little while for it to load. But you'll see that this is all of the active members from last season and their various albums or portfolios. And if you wish to view, for instance, Karen Beatty's, you would click on her name and it's going to take a bit, but all of her photos will open. For security purposes of your images, there is no way that you can right-click, copy, and paste these images. They're protected. So
Can you look at them full screen, any given one?
yes, and you simply click on them and they come up. They're not going to come up full screen because of the resolution that they loaded the images, which we try to keep it limited. But you can, and then from there, you can use the chevrons and advance through her portfolio at will. Now, you're seeing the image trying to load. Eventually, it will come up. Okay. Now, let's say that you want to look at somebody else's. To get out of Karen Beatty's, you come up here to the left-hand corner and use the back button, the arrow here in the left corner. And that'll take you back to the members gallery, and then you can go through, pick whoever else you want to view. You can page through the members gallery. Right now we have only 2 pages worth, I believe. If you want to go to the end, click the double chevron. So that takes us alphabetically down to Robin Young.
Got another question regarding that.
Mhm.
I know there is a gallery for club activities. Is there any other gallery for the club that people can just load their pictures in, or is it just through the photo reviews?
You have your members gallery where you can load your pictures.
Okay, so they would appear here if
That
the
is-
person has done that.
That's correct. To the
Okay,
public,
got it.
to the public, Don, okay?
Okay,
So let me go
Can I
back.
ask a question?
Sure.
So if you load pictures for review, they're not automatically put into this gallery?
no.
Actually, they are put into your members gallery at the same time that they're put into whether it's the print or digital gallery. They are also entered into your members gallery automatically.
And I
Another
should, I
question,
should
Wait,
have
wait,
two, I should have 2 pictures in there and I didn't see any.
I don't know at this moment what to tell you, Michelle,
Yeah,
but that's
okay.
what's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another question,
Uh-huh.
are you going to go through how we set up a gallery for ourselves? You know, how we establish a member gallery?
Yes.
Okay, then
So
I'll wait for
what-
that.
What I'm doing now is showing you what your friends and other associates of yours can see of our website without being a member.
Mhm.
So you have the members gallery, then you have the past members gallery, where folks that have left the club and not returned, and we try to save their images by placing them in past members gallery. It works the same way. You open it, they'll load, and then you can go in, like for instance, Lynn Alexander, who was one of our lovely members for many years, has still her photos in there. John Bonner.
Could you do us the favor and see if Michelle's photos or maybe somehow got in there by accident? Or my photos, this is Emily.
I'm just going to continue with the presentation here. Keep your questions for the end. Otherwise, I'm going to get off track and we'll end up using too much time here for this evening. So she can check herself if she's looking at her website right now by looking at past members. But there's no way that actually requires me to go in and have to check a box for her images to move to past members. So she could not have done that herself. Club activities gallery is set up for when we used to take trips and or you see clash meetings here. If you, when we did things as a group and you were shooting pictures while we were out visiting a site or something and you wanted to share that, you could load it into this club events gallery, activities gallery, excuse me. And that's it for the public under galleries. For resources, hover over that. Fitty takes you to, once it loads here, should take you to a bunch of other club sites, as PSA and other sites, if it's going to work for me. I don't think this is restricted to the public, but it may be if this is why it's not coming up. Let's see here if I go here. Now, there you go. So why I'm photo community. Oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke. Photo community was supposed to be a place for us to share with the members what other folks are doing in the community that involve photography.
Oh,
But we don't have anybody that is actively submitting anything. That's what this window is for. Dawn has been doing a great job of letting everybody know through the newsletter about events and fairs and, you know, air shows and that sort of thing. But this could also be a place for putting that in as well. Links of interest is where you'll see the other links to these other clubs and organizations. And then for our links, we come down to SBCC links of interest and you'll see the summer banquet, scavenger hunt and so forth. And anything in the future will be put in here and you just simply click on that link. It'll take you to YouTube or wherever it's stored and you'll be able to view it from there. And this sort of keeps it organized and off the home page.
By the way, that's where your video will go, Mike, right?
If that's what we decide to put it on, yeah. I apologize for my cat. You probably hear him in the background, but he's a pretty vocal guy. Then we move on to contacts. And this is available to the public and you'll see our current list of officers. The fact that the names are in blue indicates that there's a link to their email address. If you click on that, it'll open up an email form for you to send a message to them. You'll see that as well for me down here under membership and also for websites. So you can get a hold of me either using the phone number that's listed there or directly via email. And then this is the rest of the folks, the village that it takes to run the club. You see the various coordinators here for the things that we're doing. and the support that we have. So we'd like to see as many names on here as possible because it does take quite a few people to make this thing work. So volunteers are needed. Going on, SBCC organization, news and views is available to the public, and it goes back all the way to 2003. Dawn sends me the newsletter each month, and I take it and put it up on the website. And you would simply click on the arrow here and you'll see it expand, showing all of the various months for this year. And if you're interested, you can go back and look at newsletters from prior years. Additionally, the Constitution and bylaws. If a person's interested in reading how we're supposed to operate. Most recently, we put support SBCC up here because we can use additional funds if people have a willingness to donate. And we made a mission statement here basically from the board, and as to the reason why we're asking for funds. It's all set up for you to use your credit card. You can select one of the choices here, or you can put in whatever amount you wish. That's pretty much it as to what the public can see. Any questions at this point?
I was wondering on the support of SBCC, is South Bay Camera Club 501c3 or no?
Yes, it is. You cannot write the donation off, unfortunately. That is the bad thing.
But it is 501c3 and you can't write it off? That's weird.
I'm not that, I know, I don't have the state code. So I'm not sure it's 5013C. If 5013C is, if that's one that you can write off, we are not that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The definition of 501c3 has requirements for public purpose, and we are a social group, not a public purpose. I think there is a technical definition that our club does not meet, so we are not a 501c3.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
And Michelle, I just went through past members gallery and your images are not there. Okay. Any other questions at this point for public, the public viewing?
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah.
Is there some other place, or should it be, maybe this needs a board decision, but we also have a Facebook page. Wouldn't we want to let the public know that is? I didn't see that here.
Let's write that down and talk about it at the board meeting. Sounds like a good idea. We'll have to figure out where we can put it.
Okay, I'll make a note.
So going back to the home page, I didn't scroll down really to show you the entire home page. Let me do that before we leave this. Where we meet, correspondence to be sent. Margaret Pinto, she checks our box. We have a PO box in Torrance, and she gets by there about once a month, sometimes twice a month. So that's kind of the slow way of getting something to us. And then coming down, we also make available to the public an opportunity to donate. Then Robin pretty much handles making these changes. She hasn't updated this since the August 23rd meeting, but she will get around to that, and you'll see what's going to happen in September, first meeting in September. Here's the scavenger hunt listing. And these are the current categories and rules. And as you continue down towards the bottom, this is where you'll see the guidance to take you to the resources page if you want to view the YouTube's recordings of these events. And then at the very bottom, to view the application form. Again, this is for a person who's not a member. If you click on here, it's going to take you to the page, the full application, which is not where you want to go as a member. Okay. Any questions about that? Okay, so we'll go to logging in. Clicking on the member login. Comes to the login page. My username and password is preloaded because I asked it to save it. We have I'm not a robot, and I know that this is tedious, but it helps prevent people from getting into our website. So you have to go through the drill of clicking the boxes to indicate whatever it's asking for up here. I've accepted that. I'm going to log in. Brings you right back to the home page. So now there should not be any difference in what's under About Us. You still have the President's Message and calendar events. But under membership now, you as a member, if you click that, it's just going to bring you to the membership renewal page. And this is where you should be doing your renewal for the new season. And you just simply click on the continue button and it'll walk you through putting in your credit card information, so forth. Any questions about that? Okay. Continue on.
This is Neva. I wonder if you could go down again. Because does it show the year?
It does not show the year. But we do know that membership expires August 31st of each year. And so if you attempt to log in now and it takes you to this page, your membership has stopped for the previous year. It's not like you're going to keep a record of year after year after year. So we didn't put in the year. But I think that, you know, we could, that would require someone to go in every year and add the year.
I see. Okay.
I mean, I suppose there's probably computer coding that would happen automatically on January 1 each year, but our season runs, you know, from August to June.
Okay.
So it's a little bit more complicated. If you click on the down arrow after January 1, when you click on this down arrow, the person is given an opportunity to only pay $30 for the remainder of the season. But we have a rule in place that you have to have been a member within the last, I think it's the past 18 months in order to get the advantage of only paying the $30.
I think that's the other way around, Mike.
The other way around?
You have to have not
Been a-
been a member for the last year.
Oh, that's correct. Yeah, you've not been a member for the last year. Yes. And back for on the public page, when a person signs up after January 1, they're only offered the $30 amount.
Okay, so you're saying on the public page, when it describes the membership, it has that information on it.
That is correct.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it for membership. Galleries now, if you hover over galleries, you will see a few more have been added. Photo gallery, members gallery, digital evaluation gallery. Here's where you're going to see the images that were uploaded for digital review. Print, same thing. Our awards gallery, which was just recently updated. I'll click on that and show you. And we posted the winners from last season. Print, these were the winners from last season. If you hover over them, you'll see the name of the image and the photographer. And the same thing is true with digital. And then the portfolio awards, you'll see who was first, and that these are the individuals who submitted the most images, I think, and got the highest votes. for their collection of images. And then if you are interested in going back and looking at the prior season, you just click on this link, it'll take you back to last season. This gallery will continue to grow each year. We'll add 2020, 21, 21, then we'll add 21, 22, and so forth. And you'll always be able to get to the link that's provided to get back to that season.
Mike,
Uh-huh.
I haven't been on the website for years, but I
Uh-huh.
used to have the sign-in name and password,
Yes.
and then suddenly I couldn't even use it anymore and couldn't get another if I tried. Did you erase the old password so you can re-sign again?
I can't erase old usernames or passwords. I believe I can go in and see your username, but I don't see your password. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can probably retrieve your username, but password, you can click on the link that says forgot my password, and it should send you an email with a link to reestablish. Have you tried doing that?
Not lately. Years back, I gave up because there was nobody to talk about, and I just gave up on getting on the website. So I should try again.
Try logging in, and then it'll give you the option of forgot my password. I'll go in the background here. I have administrator access, so I can go to the background and see if I can pull up your username, and I can send that to you. So you at least have something to work with.
I have the old one. It was very easy. I have the old username and the password, but it was only 4 letters. It was not like they ask today 8 and 9 letters.
Yeah. I don't think we restrict you on how many letters it needs to be.
Okay,
I don't think so. Let me look into that, and I'll get back to you on it.
Okay.
Yeah. This photo gallery, Don Stouter, I believe this is set up for you to just load images. Let's see here. This doesn't give you the name of the photographer. Trying to remember, why did we have photo gallery? Why did we choose photo galleries? I was hoping Robin was going to join us tonight to help fill in when I have questions myself about this. But let's move on for the moment, because I think upload photos. Yeah, there's no way for you to upload photos to the photo gallery. So I'm not sure how that's populated. I'll have to re-examine that. But at the moment, these are the things that are listed under galleries when you are logged in. Resources is the same, nothing changed there. Contact information is the same. There's supposed to be members listed here that if when you filled out the application, you said it's okay to share, then your name would come up here. Otherwise, you're not going to see them.
Oh,
You can see here where it says here that you're shared. This person chose to share their phone number. They chose to share their email address.
I thought, Mike, when we did it before, in fact, I checked not too long ago for someone, if you, is this where you'd get a list of the entire club?
No, we don't publish a list to the entire club. Only the board members get, the board members that need the list get a list from me each month. You get one, Don, and Don Sandersfeld gets one for the newsletter. Harry gets one. Margaret gets one for treasury. But we are very tight-lipped on giving out information, phone numbers, email addresses, and so
No,
forth.
what I was about to say, Mike, is that maybe I looked on that list that you give us or whatever. But I thought I was on the website and I went down and saw a list of everyone. And those that had email had the highlighted email, but the others just had their name.
Yes, because I believe in the application process, you have to enable a box that says it's okay to share my information.
No, okay, but okay. Okay.
You see,
I
we
guess
put this, we
I have
put
to
this,
go look again. I've now forget it.
Yeah.
Go on, Mike. I'm sorry.
yeah, no, we put this warning in here. You can see that not to share information.
But that's
Um,
not new, right? You haven't made any change to this.
No, that was originally when we launched, we had this warning
Right.
message in there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll look into it.
And the sharing is only with the members, right?
Yes, that is correct. You have to be logged in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
This down here in the bottom was not in view when we were looking at the public site. Okay. There's nothing, there is one thing new under SBCC organization if you're logged in, and that is the minutes. The secretary, currently Jerry Fleury, sends me the minutes of our board meetings each month, and I upload them like I upload the newsletter, and you will find them here for each year. And we didn't want the public to read about what we're doing and any of our business, internal business. So it's just viewable by the members of the club, the active members of the club. So if you miss a board meeting and you're interested, you can come back here and read all about it. Support SBCC is the same as for the public. It gives you an opportunity to donate. And then we come over to my SBCC, which has a lot of stuff going on here. First one that you should try to go into is update my profile. Takes it to mine. And you should try to keep this information up to date. And here's where you see show phone numbers to other members, show email addresses to other members. If I had my own website, I would put that address in here so people would know that would be shown because you would have checked these boxes. People will know you have a website. I think Linda Detweiler is one of the folks that shows a website. So check that, update your profile from time to time. You can see down at the bottom, billing info and change your password. Those are choices that you can use. And let's see what happens when I click on billing info. All right, so here it shows that I paid my dues date August 1st, back on July 2nd of last year, July 9th of 2019. So it's keeping track of that.
Just a minute, one for the membership. I owe the club for last year membership. How do I pay it?
You owe the club for last year's membership?
Yeah,
Scot-free.
You can pay it by going to the donation page and donate the money if you really want to, Livia.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Yeah,
I wouldn't bother worrying about last season's at this point. Just go ahead and we'll get you set up properly so that you can join and pay for this new season that started
okay.
on August 1. Okay. So if you want to go back, remember, just go up here to the left-hand corner, click on the back arrow. Takes you to the previous page. Go back again. It's going to take me right back to the page I was on. Okay, so we come back up here. That was update my profile. Upload photos. You hover over that, and you're given choices of upload to member gallery, upload to digital submission, print submission, club activities gallery. So for right now, we have digital coming up, right?
Yeah,
So we come over here, you've got, when you click on upload and it opens the window, don't pick up your mouse, just slide it across, the window will stay open for you. Come down, digital submission. Here's all of your rules for digital submission. I strongly recommend you read through them if you haven't up to this point. Some very important information in there. And then you would fill in these cells as you wish. Coming to the bottom, upload a photo. Now, if I click on that, it's going to take me to a screen. Let's see here. I didn't load a photo, right? I'm sorry. I apologize. Let me go back. See if I can clean that up. No, we don't want to leave sign. So I should have loaded an image right here, whereas choose a file. So you have your photos saved somewhere as a JPEG, and they are this size, 1400 by 1050. You would go choose a file, you would choose this, and you would go to one of those folders where you have that image, open that folder, select that image, and it will bring it over to this screen. Any questions about that? Let me go back and see.
I have a question about the difference between, digital submission and print submission, because how do you send a print submission if it is, in paper? Yeah, there it is.
So what
Yeah.
we've been doing, Eduardo, since COVID is, well, prior to COVID, you would bring a print to a meeting, but you would also have a digital copy of that print is also uploaded on the website so that we can capture it and then show it on a projector on a screen. So even though, so let's go to.
What would be the reason why I wanted to submit a print submission if it eventually I need to get a digital file anyway?
No.
Any advantage?
No, let's hold on a second. Let's say that this coming September meeting, the first meeting in September, is a print evaluation meeting. And we were actually going to meet at the Torrance Airport. So you would upload a digital version of your print onto the website under print submission. Let me get here a second. Right now, this is closed because we're not doing prints, but there would be the same window here where you would fill in the information and you would upload that image, okay? Then you bring your printed image to the Torrance Airport for the evaluator to look at it on the easel. But the rest of the members that are sitting in the audience are sitting too far away from that print. So we take your digital image and we blow it up onto the screen in the front of the meeting room. That's why you need to upload a digital copy of your print.
So there are two kinds of, competitions, so to speak. One, for prints and one for digital.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct. So you can see here now that the window is not open for print submission now because our next meeting is digital. So we'll go back to digital.
so Mike, we are protected from someone who didn't see which kind to upload. They won't upload it to the wrong gallery now, right? Because they get that warning.
That's correct. This is supposed to work. We've had issues in the past 3 years where, we've had problems with it and it's gotten off of its schedule. Last summer, I think we took it off its schedule because we were doing things because of COVID and stuff, but it's on schedule now and should work effectively. That, for instance, digital submission, this window is open right now and will remain open until midnight Saturday night of the Saturday prior to the Monday meeting. So by Saturday night, the weekend prior to the Monday night evaluation, this will close and print will open the following day because it knows that 30 days later, there's going to be a print evaluation night. Does that make sense to you folks?
Mhm.
Okay, so you come down again on digital submission. You know the title of your image. You go to choose file. That'll take you to your hard drive and your folders or your external drive, wherever you're saving your images. You will select that JPEG image and it will bring it over. Then you continue to fill in these cells and then submit, upload the photo. And you're allowed 2 images per evaluation, and you're allowed a makeup. Don Sanders remind me again the makeup rules.
You can do a makeup for any critique that you have missed.
You've missed, but you can't exceed
And
8.
if-
You cannot exceed 8 images for the season. You cannot exceed 8 print images, and you cannot exceed 8 digital images. But you can, if you didn't submit the prior time, you can submit a 3rd image when you're doing this.
And Mike, do you have to wait until that's doesn't matter what kind of miss, you just put it in on when you have it available, whether it's digital or photo, is that correct?
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
No, that's
No?
not correct. If you miss a digital, you have to
It's got-
submit on the digital.
On the digital.
If
That's
you
that's
miss
what
a
I thought.
print.
That's what I thought he said.
Okay, and if it's a print evaluation, you miss the print, that's when you put it in the next time you can be there to submit the print, is that correct?
For print, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So you might have 3 prints for a photographer to review.
That's correct. That is correct. Okay, so that's for uploading. And here's uploading into the club activities gallery, and it's the same process. Title, choose your file, the location, date and time, any information you might want to put in there, and then upload to the event. Any questions about that?
I don't understand. What would an event be like?
Let's say that we go to the Pasadena Walk,
Yeah,
or we go to the Point Furman,
oh, I got it.
right? And so you took some photos that you wanted to share with folks. So you would come in here and you would say, you would title it, Point Furman event or Coffee Clash or whatever. And then you would choose the file, go find it, load it, submit.
Okay.
Just for grins, we'll go back to club activities and you can see some of the things folks have put in here now. So it's sort of the LACMA, so forth and so on, right?
Yep.
Uploading photos. So we've covered upload to the member gallery. Let's see where. Now I have already created a gallery, so I'm trying to recall here. If you have not created a member, your own gallery, when you click on this, it's going to take you to a page that will let you set up your gallery. I can't show you that because I already have one set up. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it was Nivea, you wanted some information on how to do that. This is how you do it. You would click on upload to member gallery, and it should take you to a page to let you put in your personal information, your name and so forth. And then that gallery will be created. And then from that point on, any picture that you upload to this will go specifically to your named gallery.
That answers the question as to why my pictures aren't there, because I don't have a gallery.
So your only options now are print and digital. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yeah. Mhm.
right. And also you can upload to club activities, but you
Yeah.
don't have, you have to create your member
I have to
gallery.
create a
Yes.
member gallery. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that answers that question too.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So then we come back over here, edit, edit, delete photos. You hover over that, you'll see a window open that says manage my gallery, manage my digital evaluation, print and events. So if you want to, let's say that you put an image up in the events gallery, and then later you did some more work on it and you liked it better than the one you loaded, you would go here to delete the one that you loaded so that you could load a new one. And the same is true with digital evaluation, print evaluation. Here's where you do your editing and deleting.
My window doesn't move. Did you change the window?
What is, say that
I'm-
again, Libby?
I'm stuck on club activity gallery. It didn't change. Did you change the window?
We are, the club activities gallery is in view right now.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to confirm. Okay.
Yes, yes, no, that's correct. That's
Okay.
there. That's in the background, but I'm hovering over my SBCC here over on the right-hand side. You see that? Can you see that?
SBCC organization?
You see my cursor moving up and down here on the website?
Yes.
Okay, so where I was at was edit, delete photos.
Okay. It
And-
was not because I'm watching on the phone. I couldn't see it. Okay.
Oh,
thank
you're on,
you.
you're
Wow.
using a phone. Yes, phone,
Okay.
the phone is not as robust as a Mac laptop, you know, tower, whatever, and or a PC. So it's not, we probably could use some more development for, you know, phone apps, Android and iPhone, but
Mhm.
in a pinch, you can do a few things, but not like this. So we've had people get in touch with me and say, I can't get rid of a photo. I want to get rid of a photo. This is how you do it. Edit, delete photos, pick the gallery, find the photo and delete. Any questions about that?
Mike,
No.
I have to apologize. I had to step away for a minute.
Yeah.
Did you show us how to create my gallery?
The
He can't.
I can't show you how to create your gallery, but if you
Oh.
see here, Nivea, that when I hover over upload photos, it provides me upload to member gallery.
Yes.
When you click on that, as someone who hasn't created a gallery yet, it will allow you to create your gallery.
Okay, thank you. Thank
And
you
then-
so much.
And then once that happens, then you can upload photos specifically to your gallery.
Super. Thank you for the repeat. I
I
appreciate
can't show you because I already have a gallery, right? So,
it. Understood. Thank you.
Mike,
yes.
this is Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Were my old photos on Bill's website, were they brought over to the new website, the new one here?
Everybody's photos should have been brought over.
And it would be in which gallery?
Your photos would be in your members gallery. Did you create a members gallery?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
No, you never-
then your photos, let's go to members gallery. And let me see here. Yeah, you're not in members gallery right now. So your images need to be brought over. And
Well, who-
why weren't they brought over is another question. I don't know. I've got to look into that, David, to find out why your images are not here. They should have been here. Let me look into that for you and I'll call you directly.
Yeah,
Okay. Going down to voting. When I hover over this, I have one additional choice that you folks don't have, and that is voting results. So that I can look at how the voting is going. And also Bob Schlater, who's our awards chairman, he can look at this as well because he's the one that tallies everything up at the end. Well, actually, the software tallies everything up, but he's the one that's managing the awards portion of it. But if you hover over voting, you're going to get digital image and print image. And here's where you would go in and vote. I'll click on digital. Take a minute for it to upload. So it tells you here that you can't vote on your own images. That makes perfectly good sense. And so you can click on the image. It'll open up as soon as it opens up. Anytime now. But while it's loading, you can see that I gave it a 10. But if I go back in later and decide that I gave it too much, I can change my vote. Let me advance here, see if we can get an image up. It's
The
very
title
slow
of it
to-
was Sitting and Waiting, so that was appropriate.
Yeah, that's appropriate. I can see that the little wheel is spinning up here, so it's trying to load. I can't.
This was the problem I was having the other night or whenever we were talking about that, Mike.
Were you trying to vote?
I was trying to vote.
Uh-huh.
And by the way, and I think I brought this up too, but maybe it'll make more sense now. That 10 that we see on the screen, you
Yeah.
remembered that whatever is supposed to pop up was a 10, correct? I mean,
Say that again, Don.
okay. The 10 that when you enter an image the first time or you haven't voted yet,
Okay.
is there any of those numbers that are lit up?
No,
Okay.
no.
But I saw that situation, but
If
maybe
you,
not.
if you see one lit up, that means that you actually went in there and selected that number.
Okay.
So this is, this I will have to report to our web administrator
This is
tomorrow.
exactly what I was seeing.
Voting.
I think if you open
slow.
up that image again, it maybe because it's in the cache or something, it might be faster, but certainly the first time you come across one, it's
Yeah.
very slow.
Yeah, this is
We
not
don't
the
want to
way.
discourage people from voting. That's for
See,
sure.
this is slow as well. Yeah, I'll have to talk to her about this. As a complete aside, our infrastructure of our website is going to be going through a complete makeover. You won't see it. Everything is going to look exactly the same, but there's going to be a more robust infrastructure available for the site. Our site is a very complicated site. I had a very long conversation over the course of a couple of days with the web designer for Paul's Photos Creative Academy. And she was very kind to go into the background of our site and take a look around. And she told me that we have a very complicated site and that if she had to create that site for us now, it'd be $15,000 project.
Ooh. Ooh.
Unfilled.
Okay, we're about 7,000 into this site right now, and over a 3-year period. So it's very expensive to change things, and the infrastructure that currently supports this site is getting taxed to the max.
Yeah.
So it's time for us to move on to a little more robust infrastructure, and I'm already in progress with that. I'll look into why the voting is taking so long. Everything else seems to be working rather rapidly, but voting is definitely a problem. Don, I apologize. I thought I guess I just did not put two and two together the other day.
Well, that's great. I'm glad you saw it so we can, you can experience. Because yours was moving a little faster than mine the other day.
Voting,
Quite a bit faster, actually.
print, let's try print images. Yeah, this is very slow, so I apologize for that. I will,
See, we don't have any printing. Oh, I forgot. Never mind.
yeah, no,
we-
there should,
yeah,
yeah, we
yeah.
do.
Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
we do.
Yeah, you're right.
One of our problems
There you
here
go. Now
is
it's-
that we're reloading all of last year's images.
One of the problems here is we're reloading all of last year's images.
Voting? Why would we have that? Voting's over.
You're saying, Don, that not only are we getting the images for this new season, like August's print, but we're also loading all the ones from the past season, right?
That's correct.
But
Okay,
that
so
shouldn't be, should it? Aren't we still in the
No.
voting?
it should dump past season, and I will talk to her about that. That should help things speed up a little bit. Dump past season, yeah,
And hopefully it doesn't
Yeah,
script the voting this year.
yeah, so.
Yeah, if you
the-
look at it, we don't have 185 images from last month. We
No.
should have.
Yeah. All right, I will pass that on to her tomorrow. I'll be talking to her tomorrow. So that is one of the reasons there, but that's how you go about voting. So you select the gallery, you select the image, and once you select the image, you can see, I hope I'm not going to offend anybody because you're going to see how I voted on these images, but you can progress through the images on here by using the chevrons right and left.
Mike,
Yes.
can you, I have never voted because I always thought that there ought to be ratings for different things like composition, like lighting, like
Yeah.
whatever. And then tally those choices to a final. But everybody just says, oh, this looks like a 5 and this looks like a 7.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that it means this. It means that you looked at the photo and you took a look at the composition. You took at the lighting. You looked at the sharpness. You looked at the story. You looked at all of these things yourself. And what this person uploaded, you decide, well, you know what? I think it's only worth a 3.
Yeah, okay, so it's very individual.
Yes.
Well, it would still be individual.
But I think that's photography in general, Phyllis, is that it is very individual. It's in the eye. It's what you see. It's what I see, but we try to learn proper photography and then we apply those things to the image that this person has uploaded.
Yeah.
So, you've got to assume that the person put as much tender, loving care into this image before they put it up for everybody else to look at.
Right.
In some cases, that's not true. And so they're going to get a 3 when they might have gotten something higher if they'd have paid more attention, lighting and so forth and so on.
Okay, got it.
Right? Yeah.
And then, Mike, yeah.
Let me finish. So
Sure.
so a beginner won't do as well, of course.
Correct. Yep.
A beginner that
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yes, that's a true statement. And, unless you were to create the site and say, okay, this is where the beginner's print evaluation gallery is. This is where the intermediates is. This is where the advanced are.
Yeah.
And certainly, it only takes money. We could create that, but it would take money for a web designer to create those for us.
Right.
And then who's going to monitor it? Because you may be a beginner, but you think your image is great for, there's a whole array of problems I think I can see already doing that.
It's much more than our club needs.
Yeah, you're talking about like PSA level or something, but are there any questions about voting?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, I wondered if you could just recap a little bit. You know, I heard this voting, we're supposed to vote, but I really didn't understand when I'm supposed to do it, how I'm supposed to do it. Are there any criteria? So could you just repeat when we're supposed to vote and
Right.
that
Yeah.
whole concept?
It's fairly simple. We had print evaluation, the first meeting in August. We always, the first meeting in August is print. And when you go home that night, you can go in and vote, or the next day or any day thereafter. And you would simply log in, go to my SBCC, log in, come down here where it says voting, and go to print images, because that's what you just viewed the night before. And those images will come up here, hopefully faster than what we're getting them
Mhm.
tonight. And then you would cast your vote on the images that were submitted the night before.
Mike, they're actually, this is Emily, they're actually available to be rated at least the Sunday before the meeting, after the
Well,
cutoff.
they should not be, you should not be voting on them the Sunday before the meeting. Yes, they're probably, because you have to get them in before Saturday night at midnight. But, you know, I mean, you can go in and vote on Sunday. And then you go to the meeting and you hear the evaluator, you know, say this about this image, this about that image. And then you're welcome to go back and give them a second thought. Oh, I didn't recognize that wasn't there. I didn't recognize this. And you can change your vote. It depends on how you want to do it. You know, personally, I don't want to hear anything first. I just want to see the image and make the decision myself. That's how I do it. So, you know,
So just
so,
to see if I'm
so maybe,
understanding, the expectation is after they're the same week or whatever, after they're evaluated, you're expecting of the person to go in after every meeting and vote. Is that it?
we're encouraging everyone to go in and vote at some point before we get to the end of the season, so that we can determine who's going to get the awards for, you know, best images, best digital, best print. So
Oh,
rather than wait, you know, 3 or 4 months where suddenly you've got 150 images to vote on, if you try to do it every week right after that meeting, you'll stay on top of the project, you know?
oh, I didn't even know they were linked to the award. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
you
I
can,
missed all that somehow. Okay.
yeah, I mean, these are all tallied in the background. And that's why we encourage everybody to participate, so that we get a good cross section of all the members and their feelings about these images.
Okay. And so if, let's say I have an image there that's voted on in between before the, you know, the period of time is over, or whatever that is, the year, I guess. Do I get to see what my votes are and what other votes are, or no?
No, you can't vote on your image.
No, I don't want to vote on my
Right,
image.
no,
I'm
and
just wondering if I could see the,
what your totals are.
yeah, what votes are coming in. Maybe
yeah.
there's 5 3s and a 2 and an 8. I mean,
No, you can't. We don't have it set up for the member to see how the votes are coming in on their images.
oh, you only see that. So, and you don't see the total. It's just the award at the end. Is that it?
Just the people that are administrating the site can see the voting totals.
Huh. So I'm just wondering the value to the person who put the image in. You don't really see how the, you know, the people feel about your image. You just see the totals.
We have the vote totals at the end of the season, but we, as the board, chose not to make that information available to all of the members. The only ones that we look at are like the top 3 and ties.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. So, I mean, if you feel strongly, you know, if all of you feel strongly that you would like to see how you fared at the end of the year, then you need to present that to the board and see if they'll agree to publishing that list, you know, at the end of the season. I mean, it's doable. It just, we have to get a board approval for doing it.
Well, this
And,
was just new for me.
and
so
I'll
I
say,
didn't
well, that's
understand.
okay. I mean, I'm glad you asked the question. I encourage all of you that if you have ideas of things that you think would make the site better or the club better, is to champion the cause, come to a board meeting and champion your cause. We have a select group of people here every year doing the same work over and over and over. We need help. And rather than just say, gee, it's too bad it's not doing this. Well, it may be a very good idea, but you need to champion that cause. Come to the board, be the squeaky wheel, talk about how you're going to get the funds up to make the change. And by God, it might happen.
Mike, to pick up on that a bit, I'm not so sure that I have ever seen, and it's probably wrong, but we don't do a big thing about advertising what you just said. Let other people come to the board when they have a reason to be there or just to observe.
I didn't even know we could come to a board meeting.
That's
Michelle,
my point.
oh, really,
Yeah.
Michelle? My gosh,
No.
really?
I never
Okay,
knew
well,
we could come.
all right, Don, newsletter Don. Newsletter Don, here's big
Yeah.
bold letters for the next newsletter
Yeah.
that you are allowed to attend the board meeting and we welcome you with open arms.
Yeah. Didn't know we could come.
Yep.
And it's been very easy
Oh.
now with Zoom for you
Right.
to attend. I know that at my Aero Club, we used to meet at the Hawthorne Airport on the first Tuesday of every month. And we have gone over to Zoom because of COVID. And we decided a couple of meetings back that we're just going to continue with Zoom. Forget about going at the airport on a cold night in a cold hangar to have a meeting. So,
That's true.
yeah.
That reminds me, can we have Zoom as well as live? Because there's a good chance I would not be. I'm having trouble seeing it at night. I haven't driven in a year and a half.
Yes, we're talking about making, in fact, Don Stouter and Sergio Fernandez and Jerry Fleury all went down to the meeting room at Torrance Airport to check out the robustness of the Wi-Fi system there so that we can do Zoom presentations from folks around the world. And also we could Zoom the meeting. But again, it requires the equipment to do such thing. You got to have a good camera, you got to have a good sound system, so forth and so on.
Yeah.
So, depending on how much this COVID thing's not going to go away anytime soon. So I foresee us doing meetings like via Zoom, at least through the end of the year. I just don't see us meeting again anytime soon. So.
I just saw a thing on the news about a new variant and I forgot what it was from someplace. I don't know.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, it's from South
I know.
America. It's from South America.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so all right, so that's it on voting. Administrative menu is only available to me. Support SBCC is available to you as well, and then log out.
Yay.
So,
Good job.
any questions at this
Oh,
point?
excuse me.
Getting to Michelle's bedtime, so
It
we don't
is.
want to keep her up.
I had to drive to Los Angeles today. I would have been better off being shot in the head.
I agree, but I know that
Oh,
I know that
God.
drive. All right, so
Downtown LA.
here's my final say on this tonight. If after we log off here, I log off, if you come up with any, oh, I should have asked this, I should have asked that, I don't understand this, whatever, just reach out to me. I'll be glad to work with you to get it sorted out. Okay?
Okay.
Anything else, Don Sandersfeld?
Thank you very much.
Thank
for your
you.
Yeah,
help.
one other, sorry, Lydia.
Go ahead.
One other thing is that if you want to come to the board meeting, our normal meetings are the second and fourth Monday of the month. Board meeting is the third Monday of the month at 7 o'clock. And if you want to join, just send an email to one of the officers and say, hey, can you send me the link to the board meeting? And I'm sure Mike or Don Stouter or I will just forward the link to you, and you can join this Zoom meeting just like you do for our regular meetings, or like you did for this meeting.
Yeah, Livia, I was looking for, I don't even have you on the roster for crying out loud. How come you haven't been coming? That's why.
Oh, she didn't pay last year.
Yeah. Yeah, but
That's
usually,
why.
oh, there you are. Okay, so, Livia, are you still at 310-210-4440?
Yes.
All right. I will look into this username password thing. I'll give you a jingle and see if we can't get you set up again. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Very good. All right, folks, have a good evening. It's time for me to have dinner.
Thanks a lot,
Oh my
Mike. That was really
gosh.
good.
All
I
right,
want to thank you. It was excellent.
you're
Very
welcome.
good.
And it's a
Very
beautiful
helpful,
site.
Mike.
All right.